Good morning, class. Yesterday we were discussing how brainstorming helps us become writers and how ideas can come to us all the time, even when we're sleeping, when we just woke up. They can come to us at any time. So today we're going to use that to write our own books and become authors. We're going to start this with the book Author, A True Story by Helen Lester. By looking at the cover of this book, can anyone give their prediction for what they think this book would be about? So you think it's about someone being an author. That's a good assumption based off of the title and the papers on there. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and read our book. Okay, so your prediction was right. Our book was about writing a story and someone being an author. And in this book, they talked about how ideas would come to her all the time, and she would keep a little box full of all of her ideas that she would just scribble down, right? Well, I want y'all to go to y'all's desks and get out a pencil, and I'm going to be handing around this brainstorming worksheet that has a box in the middle that says, "When I grow up, I want to be." And I want y'all to put what y'all want to be when you grow up. For me, mine is a teacher. And then, so y'all go ahead and y'all start filling that in. And I want you to put at least 4 points on that paper about why you want to be a teacher. So here are some questions that'll help you all on the screen behind me. And it says, what does this person do? Do they have to go to school to do this job? Where do they work? Do they help people? How do they help people? And why do you want to do this? So take about 5 to 10 minutes and do this on your own. Also, if you need to, you can discuss with your reading partner your ideas to see if they think that they sound good for you to write down, okay? Okay, so now I want you to take your brainstorming paper and you're going to go to each one and you're going to number them. See how I have a number there? You're going to number them in order of 1 to 4 on what page you want them to go on in your book. So you're going to have 4 pages total in your book, and you're also going to have illustrations on there as well. So go ahead and pick how you want to order those in your book, okay? All right, now I'm going to be coming around to hand out a foldable book, and on the cover, you're going to put the title of what you want to be when you grow up, and a picture to represent that. I put ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and then it says author, and you're going to write your name at the bottom down here. On this first inside page, you're not going to write anything over here, but over here is where your first story is going to part. So whatever you numbered number 1 on your brainstorming and planning sheet, that's what's going to go here, and so on all the way till page 4, okay? So y'all take about 10 to 15 minutes. I want you to write 1 complete sentence for every single point that you had on your brainstorming thing. I want you to draw a picture to represent that page. So if the person has to go to school, you can draw a college, or if they help people, you can illustrate how they help someone. And I want them to be colored because this is a pretty book. You're authors now. You have to have a very pretty book to sell, okay? So y'all go ahead and take about 10 to 15 minutes to go ahead and do that. Okay, now that you've finished with that, I want you to go to the very last page of your book. And I want you to take your brainstorm worksheet, fold it in half, and I'm going to come around and staple that to your book so that it looks like this. Okay, so here's my book, and I'm going to open it to the last page, and this folds down, okay? We're going to have that there so that you can always look back on how your writing started. You know, the steps that it takes to be a writer. You have to brainstorm, you have to plan, you have to write a draft. This is your draft. And it has every single step that you took to get to the finish line of your draft, okay? Y'all have some really great ideas for what you want to be when you grow up. I think that you'll be a great doctor one day. So now let's discuss the steps that we took to finish our rough draft and become authors. So first we had to brainstorm. We filled out our brainstorm worksheet where we wrote what this person does, if they have to go to school, why we want to do this, and so much more. Then we plan how it's going to go in our book from step to step to step, and what pictures are going to go with it, and where things are going to go, how we're going to word things. And then we became authors and we finished our book. We'll still have some revising and editing to do later on, but right now we're authors and we just finished writing our rough draft of our book. So there's one more step though that you have to take to become a real author, and that is to write your autograph. So on the very back of your book where it says your signature, I want y'all to take a pretty pen. I have a bunch of pens up here, and I want you to practice your signature all over the back so that you have it down for when you're a professional, okay? And then once you're finished with that, you can bring it up to the turn-in bin.